I'm so excited to do this for you all today. So I'm going to dive right in and model for you how to help you organize your own desk. It is December. I imagine your desk might look like this. You probably have documents coming in a mile a minute. They're always, coming in from your students, from others. But I believe it is possible to have a desk that is clear and still tackle all of your tasks. So less visual clutter will be beneficial for you and your students. All right, so again, my name is Karen, and for the next 25 minutes, I'm going to walk you through how to organize your own desk. So if you're not already, I encourage you to be at your desk and organize along with me. So you do have a handout that the Fabulous School team is going to drop into the chat if they have not already. You are welcome to print that out, save a digital copy, and use that as a reference for today and then in the future. All right. I'm going to walk through 6 steps. Okay, and at the end of this, we're going to hopefully have a desk that is manageable, accessible, less stressful. So the very first step I want everyone to do is, before we even start touching anything, is thinking about what are the must items on your desk. You can write these down, you can think about it, but what are the musts? When you picture your desk, what are the things that, if my desk just looked like this, I would feel better, right? So for me, it's my computer, the phone, my coffee, which I'm actually going to move over here so I don't accidentally spill it. I need, maybe some office supplies, my cell phone, and some of those documents that I need every day. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. I would love to have just those items on my desk. Okay, so if you are not already, think about it, envision your desk. What do you want it to look like? How do you want it to work for you? So write that down. So again, I'm thinking about, okay, these are the items that I want to have on my desk at the end of this. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2, this is an easy one, I think. We're going to toss the trash. It's on your desk, you know it's there, toss it. Let's get rid of the trash, right? So I know I can see I've got this trash, I've got this trash, I'm going to throw that out. And this Sharpie's been on my desk for a week and I know it doesn't work and I'm still hanging on to it. You've got one, you've got that pen. So I'm gonna get rid of that. So take a second and toss your trash. If you have paper, you can hang on to anything that's shredding for a little bit later when we talk about paper, but get rid of your trash. That's step 2. Okay. Step 3. Your personal items. For those of you that have your personal items on your desk, this is food, snacks, those health items that you have. Is it intermixed with your work stuff? I recommend separating that out. So what I'm going to do right now is pull together any item that is more of a personal item. So I have my hot chocolate. I have, I'm gonna push this over, I've got my green tea, I have some eye drops here, mixed in with my office supplies. I've got some sugar, I've got some dental, some toothpaste, and some cough drops. So I am gonna put all of this in one place. So I have a little container over here I'm gonna use. Now you could, if you're someone who wants to separate out the food items with the personal, go for it. For right now, I'm just going to put all my personal items in one container. So this is mine. No one can touch it. I'm going to put it off to the side. Okay. And I would label this. So what you'll hear me say several times throughout this is contain and label. First, we're containing, and then we're going to label. And not just for you, but for other people. So I'm not going to label right now, but stick a label on it so people know it's yours. You can put, you know, I might say it's Karen's stuff or don't touch. But that way, you know, if someone sees it, they know, oh, that's not an office supply, that is my personal stuff. Now, you might need to keep this on your desk, but when you pictured, okay, what do I need? I don't need this on my desk. I want it accessible. So I am going to move it over. I do have a little desk over here. You can put it in a drawer to keep it away from students or any other staff that might like to take your tea. I'm going to put it over here and get it off my desk, since that is the goal for today. Okay, so personal items are contained. They are off my desk. They're in one place. I know where they're at and they're labeled. Okay, here's a little bonus tip. Something to think about is clear containers versus these opaque containers. So as you're organizing, maybe personal stuff doesn't matter, but are you someone that if you don't see it, it doesn't exist? Are you someone that you just don't want to see it at all? So as you're thinking about where to put items, keep in mind what style you like. So if you put your, you know, maybe personal items in a container you can't see in, and you know that you're going to forget that you even have those, get a clear container so you don't forget, or you don't go buy extra tea and then you end up with 5 boxes of tea because you forgot that you have that. Just something to think about, not necessarily something you need to do, but if you know you, consider that tip. Okay, so we've gone through, we've tossed our trash. We have put our personal items away. I'm going to pause for a second and ask Dan if I see that there are some comments coming in. Are there any sort of immediate questions that I should respond to before moving forward related to the things that I have just done, or should we wait?
Oh, we're good for now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all right, so we're getting there. We're starting to see some progress. The next step are going to be office supplies. Again, we're going to contain and we're going to label, and then we're going to think about where we want to put them. So I've got some supplies here already. I've got some supplies over here, the pens and markers. I've got another pen here. I've got some binder clips, and I've got some paper clips. So same thing we did with the personal items. We're going to contain those. You can either put them all together in one, or if you are someone who wants your pens separate, maybe binder clips separate, other items separate. For now, I am just going to mix all of mine together. I've got some glue sticks and some binder clips. I have got some paper clips. So I honestly am just going to throw all these together because I just need to know that they're all in the same place and that all my writing utensils are in one place. So these are my office supplies. I do have one of these. I recommend, instead of having Post-it notes all over the place, here, see, I just found this. This is one of those Post-it note holders that would hold your Post-it notes. So I am going to do that later, but here are all my office supplies, right? I'm going to do a double check. Oh, look, I found another one. All my office supplies. I think that's everything. Okay. And I want to keep my office supplies all in one place. So instead of having them all over my desk, I want them all next to each other. So here's my pens. Here's my office supplies. Okay. Something else to think about, right? These are 2 more things on another rainy day is if you have a desk, if you have drawers, I mean, you will probably want to do the same process because do you have pens and pencils there? Do you have glue sticks here? You want them all in the same place. So you may need to go through your desks and toss the trash, contain and label the items. So then maybe you want all your office supplies in your desk, but you'll want to clean that out because I'm guessing there's maybe lots of papers. So if there's papers, take those out and then organize them as we do when we get through to the papers. here's a fun little thing. If you have students that really love to help and you need to give them something to do, and you have a ton of pens and pencils, give them the pen, the markers, the pens, and have them check to make sure they all work. For the pencils, have them sharpen them. I know many of you probably do that already, but it's a reminder that give them your pens and let them sort through your pens to make sure they all work for you. Okay. All right. So we've got our office supplies contained. And again, you can label these. So not just for you, but if somebody borrows something or they need something, you can tell them exactly where to go and they'll know, oh, these are, you know, office supplies, or these are just my glue sticks. As we start to think about move into the paper section, another way to think about your organizing is, do you need it available all the time? Do you need it accessible sometimes? Do you need it just, or do you need to store it? You just need to have it available whenever you need it. So you may say, you know what, I don't want all of this on my desk. I'm going to actually put this in my drawer. But I do need this available because I'm using it every day. So what are you using every day? What might be using every few weeks or so, monthly? And what do you just need to have? If you have a bundle of pens you don't need, you know, stick a rubber band around them, then maybe put them in a storage container of extra supplies. Okay, so all of our office supplies, our trash is gone. Now we're going to move into the more difficult topic, paper. Ready for the paper. So think about paper in 3 categories again. What do you need within arm's reach because you're using it every day? What do you need accessible because you're using it maybe every week, month? And then what do you just need to store? Those items that you just need to store should not be on your desk. So we're going to start with storage. So take a look at your desk and look for the items that you know don't need to be in. If someone dropped it off, you probably haven't put it away yet. But I'm going to pull together all those items that I know I just need to have accessible. I'm not using them. So I already see a binder that I don't need every day. I have this curriculum I need to have available. I have this curriculum I need to have available. Let's see, this I need to, I need to know where it is. And then actually all of these I don't need available. These are just storage. These are items that if someone needs from me, but I don't need them on my desk. So what I'm going to do is I have a shelf over here. I'm going to put these in a shelf. And the file I will put in a file cabinet. So the file cabinet, if you have one, keep one drawer for storage, maybe one drawer separate for things you need, you know, every other week. Try not to mix them up because then you're just looking for, you know, through things, and it's, you know, it'll save you time if you know which drawer you need to go to. You're not looking through things that you don't actually need. So I'm going to put all of this over here in my little makeshift shelf. Let me check to see if there's anything else that needs to be stored. No, I think that's good. Okay, so now I have off the items that I don't need to look at. I need to know where they're at. I just don't need them. And if you have binders or whatever folders, make sure they're labeled. Label the binders on the spine so you can, again, easy access. You can send someone to get it. You know where it is. It's saving you time because you know what is there, and other people can get it for you if you need. Okay, let's move on to that second category of it's accessible. Maybe you need it once a week, but you don't need it every day. So I'm going to look around and say, okay, what are those things that I know probably once a week someone is coming to me for? Oh, you know what? This is all scratch paper. I don't need it every day, but I want it accessible. If you have a bunch of scratch paper, contain your paper as well. Because if it's loose, so I'm going to go to my office supplies because I know exactly where they are. I'm going to contain those. So I'm going to keep a pile right now of those items that I need accessible, and I will put them away in a second. Okay, I need this close by. Oh, again, look at these are loose, so I'm gonna grab a binder clip. I can easily move these around. This I need close by. Oh, actually I found some storage. These are extra storage items, so I'm gonna put this in my storage. And then this I need close by, and this I need close by. So these folders, I have one of those folder items here. So I'm gonna pull this over. So instead of having to get up and go get them, I know I need them, fairly regularly. I'm gonna put these in here so they're all together. Okay. Great. And then these two items, because they're paper, I can either put them in a folder and then add them to here, or I can put them in a drawer, or because this is scratch paper and these are forms that get filled out regularly, if I have maybe a cork board, I could use the binder clip to hang it if I want. For now, I'm gonna put these in my drawer over there. I'm gonna move these back over here. Now they are closer to me, but not on my desk. Although I might have some space, I may end up moving them over, but that's a personal choice of yours. Okay, so the next, so again, make sure that those are all labeled. If you put new folders together, make sure everything is labeled, you know exactly what is where. Now, we are going to move on to those things that you need every day, and then we're going to go on to the things that need attention, that you need to act on. So the things that I need every day, this is something I need every day. This I need every day, and this actually I need every day. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have extra folders over here. I'm actually, because these are things that I use, I reference every day, I'm going to create a folder and have it as my daily reference item. So I'm going to, call it, these are my curriculum resources. You might have, forms, but I'm always going to contain it, keep the papers contained. And then I want this accessible. I'm going to keep this in my drawer down here so that it is accessible, but not on my desk. So this drawer for my desk are the things that I need every day. If there are things in your drawer that are taking up space, but you don't need every day, move it to the other file cabinet for things that you just need storage, okay? So for now, I'm just gonna put it over there. Okay. The last two categories are the things you need to take action on and the things you need to shred, right? There's going to be papers on your desk that are trash or you need to shred. So here, take a look and see, are there papers that are trash or you need to shred? So these are items that need to get shredded. These are items that need to get shredded. These are action items. So this needs to get shredded. And these are all items that I need to go through and complete for myself or for someone else. Okay, so now we've got these two, we've got piles of things I need to do for myself and then for someone else in this shred. So what I'm going to do, because you have so much paper coming in, is I have these two folders here. One says today and one says this week. This is a lot of paper, you're always going to have a lot of things to get done, but you can't do everything every day. So for today, what are the things that I have to walk away with? So these items here, I have to do today. So to help myself, I'm going to put this in my today folder. And these items do have to get done this week. but this one's tomorrow. This one can get done by, Friday, and this one can get done by Friday. So I'm gonna put this in a this week folder so that as I complete my today folder, I can move things from my this week to today. Now, what do I do with these items when I'm done? Well, does it need to go to someone or does it need to get stored? If it needs to get stored, is it something that you need close by in your drawer? Does it need to be stored to have it accessible, or do you need to put it in storage and you don't need to see it? You just need to have somewhere. So let's pretend I complete all of these. This one is actually needs to go to someone, and this is something I just want, I need to use every day. So I'm going to put this into my file cabinet here, so I know it's accessible, and I have completed my today. I am going to choose to keep these on my desk because I know for me it is better to see it. Otherwise, I might forget about it. So my today folder and my this week folder definitely needs to stay on the desk. These notes here, these piles of paper, I need to go through these. I need to go through these this week. I think they're not important, but they're just notes I don't want to forget. So I'm going to put this in my this week folder. So now I have these items that need to go somewhere. This one needs to get shredded. This needs to go somewhere, needs to go to a person. So instead of this taking up space on my desk as loose paper, I have this clipboard. You could use a container, an outbox container, but I'm going to put all these items that need to go somewhere. I'm going to put them here so that when I'm ready to go, I can pick this up and then go where I need to go to shred these. So that is going to be my my outbox. I've got my today, this week, and my laptop. And so at the start of our organizing, I said I wanted my laptop, my phone, some office supplies, and those papers that I need readily available. And I do. I have the desk that will operate best for me. So that final, last but not least, that final step is memorabilia, right? We all have lots of personal photos. This might not be a popular suggestion, but I would say limit the memorabilia on your desk. Your desk is a space to work and to hold, be able to be productive. And so I certainly have personal items, right? I have a picture over here, but I would say limit them. Pick your favorite, you could rotate them out, but if half of your desk are photos and little trinkets, perhaps find a special space on a shelf somewhere and that be your trinket space. So with that, a calmer desk, I feel, leads to calmer students, it leads to calmer you, and when there is less visual clutter, I believe that you feel better and your students will feel better. Thank you and happy organizing.